What's happening, everybody? Speedboatmaniac 410 coming at you guys. Welcome to the daily vlog that I put up once a week. Hope you guys are doing good. Just had a couple things that, was basically, on my mind over the past few days. And it's an incident that happened about a week and a half to a week ago. You guys know this. If you follow any kind of boating or racing forums, like I do, and online, and the websites, and things on YouTube as well, it's a tough deal, okay? It's a really tough deal. And again, I just don't even know how to bring this up, but, it's nice to be able to share it. And not only get it off my chest, but, what other people are experiencing and what they're going through, okay? And not just to focus on something negative or something, sad or whatever, but you guys know I'm about ready to mention what happened at the Desert Storm Shootout about an hour or so later. Okay? I didn't know the people personally, but I have seen the boat being built for the past 2 years and racing around the circuits. I saw it out at Lake of the Ozarks last summer. I'm not sure if I saw it at Key West or not, but it's a very well-known catamaran boat. DCB 35 wide body. The name, Lickity Split. It hails from Lake Havasu City, Arizona. And again, I don't know the people, but you read a lot about it and you can feel the passion and what they were doing. It was a team effort of two gentlemen. I don't need to go into names of who it was or whatever. You guys go look it up and read for yourselves. But I'm just talking about really, and again, what's going on. We already know what's happening, or why it's happening-ish. Okay? What I mean by that is these catamaran boats, these high-speed, high-horsepower catamaran boats that are lightweight, anything from under 40 feet, that weigh like 10,000 pounds, some of them 9,500 pounds. All right, maybe they crest on 11,000 pounds, maybe 12,000 pounds, but they have 2,600 horsepower in them. They have 1,000 horsepower motors each, one on each side, obviously, inboards, with either Arneson drives or Mercury number 6s or number 8s. They're awesome, incredible machines. Incredible. But with 2,600 horsepower, 3,000 horsepower, some of these guys are running the 1550s, the dual fuel, 1,300 1550s. And of course, they make the race motor version, but nobody's using that for pleasure. They make a 1,750 horsepower Mercury engine. I guess what I'm saying is, my goodness, at what point do you spend your whole life, including me, on my shitty little budget that I have, okay? Shouldn't even be into this boat that I have. But, man, we chase it, and that speed, and that adrenaline. And, look, man, I said this in a couple comments before. Ego plays a lot in it. I know mine does. I can't speak for anybody else. Somebody else might just be trying to break a speed record. But I got to tell you something. Evel Knievel wasn't trying to jumps just so nobody had his name in the newspaper. People aren't trying to break records in catamaran boats on Lake Havasu doing 158 miles an hour just because people just say, it's no big deal. I just did that last weekend. No big deal. No, it's because you've done something. You've accomplished something. Okay, is it just going fast on the water? I don't think so. It's the accomplishment, the hard work, the money that goes into it, a lifetime. You build up to this point. And I can relate to that just with like I said, my cheesy little adventure with my power boating over the past 14, 15 years. With the 4 boats that I've had. Come on. You're chasing something, and you're like, man, you get to pull up to the dock, and the boat's all shined up, and it sounds good, and everything's working good, and somebody comes up to you on the dock and goes, man, that's a nice machine. that's got some nice motors in it, or man, I bet you worked hard to get that boat. And you know, it just kind of feels nice. So look, are we trying to get accolades from people while we're doing this, while we're, you know, trying to achieve these high rates of speed on water? Probably. Are these accidents going to stop? Probably not. But when it's such a tight-knit community, when I say that, I know there's thousands of people that powerboat and speedboat. But, you know, there's only a select few of the cream that rises to the top, okay? And when I say that, I mean like there's probably only 100 to maybe 200 boats in this country, up and down East Coast and West Coast and down along the bottom and up near Canada and New York. There's only probably 200 or so boats that are at the top of their performance, running 150 to 200 miles an hour every weekend in the summertime. So something's going to happen, you know? So again, I'm not just focusing on the negative, but you guys heard me share this before, you know, in past vlogs, probably about 5, 6, 7 months ago. You know, how many more, I mean, what's going to happen? You know, it's like every summer there's 2 or 3 or 4 more people. And listen, it's not just a catamaran boat. So let's just put the cap on it when it's catamaran, they're unsafe and they blow over. I got it. You know, Joe Scrow and the situation that happened with him down in Key West at the poker run. He was in a deep V, you know, a 46-foot or 50-foot super V, fully canopied deal, okay? And they got into an accident. There was 4 of them in the boat, and Joe passed away, unfortunately. God rest his soul. It was a V. It didn't blow over, you know, but again, it's high speed, or I don't know what was going on, so I'm not commenting on what happened with that. All I'm saying, it's not just catamarans. It's boating in general. So, listen, I'm not Mr., you know, Fire Marshal Bill, you know, let me tell you something. Let's make sure, you know.
Honey, you smell something burning?
It smells like bacon. Oh my God, John, look!
Never better, baby. Disaster has a real good travel engine. Let me show you something!
I'm just saying, like, man, we got to be careful when we're out there. We got to be careful and not let the ego and the adrenaline that starts pumping when you start going fast and you start getting this tunnel vision. And I've had it before. Whether you're racing cars or racing boats, or, you know, I had somebody trying to compare diving out of an airplane to riding in a high-speed catamaran and which one's safer. That's like, and somebody goes, what's the difference? You're jumping out of a perfectly good airplane and you're running in a perfectly good boat. Well, accidents happen. Nobody gets up in the morning and goes, hey, I got an idea. I'm going to die in a blowover in this $700,000 to $1 million boat that I just built for the past 3 years. I'm going to die in it this afternoon. Nobody does that. Nobody wakes up and says that. So all I'm saying is, even me, when I get this boat out, I need to be careful out on the water. We need to be careful out there. And once we get going and that adrenaline gets pumping and we're running, you know, and this boat only runs, when I say only, 85, 90, I've had it up to the 93, almost 94 miles an hour. That's it. Can you imagine? Man, you're running 120, 140, 150, 170 miles an hour. We got to bring it down a little bit, guys. We got to bring it down. So I ain't telling you how to run your boat. I'm just saying, man, it's just like we're dropping off like flies in this high-performance boating situation that's going on. So, listen, that's all I wanted to share about it. We know that it's been happening. So, let's do something a little delightful this afternoon. I thought what we would do, okay, just a quick little tidbit. I'm going to run 2 garden hoses. I have 2 hose bibs on my house. And because I'm not overheating the engines or revving them too awful much, I thought, let's do a tandem start where both engines are started up and idling. Let's hear what 1,600 horsepower at idle sounds like on the good old 42 Fountain. Let's take a look and see. Appreciate y'all coming on. Let's fire them up and see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That favorite ice cream, that espresso ice cream that I got to be cutting back on. I got to watch my weight.
Today we got raw oyster stew. What you have?
Oyster stew?
There you are.
Are these oysters fresh?
We just dropped them in.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Was it a bunny rabbit in the yard? Old bunny rabbit in the yard, just hopping on along. All right, let's crap them off. Let's crap them off and see. Let's crack them off and see. All right, so we're gonna go over here and turn on this hose bib and listen. Even though they're coming from the same source, it's been probably about a week or so since I've run them. You know, just let them run. You guys checked out the several videos before I cracked them off, but to let them run just a little bit. Here's the other hose bib. Now these engines are very fickle. You know, they're obviously carbureted. They're not fuel injected, and sometimes the carburetors get a little trash in them, the bowl sticks and the float stick. I have water running to both ports in each engine. Here and here. Oh, I got the LED lights on. See? And the water's running out. So let's get you guys set up and we'll crack them off for a little bit, see what's going on. Let's give her a go. Now, if those milkshakes don't bring the cops to the yard, I don't know what will. Speedboatmaniac coming at you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. And as always, God bless.